Welcome back to my channel. This is truly establishing reality over nonsense, but you can call me Teron for short. Today we're going to be reacting to a video by Empower Dynasty. It's called Has Social Media Cooked Society?" Let's see what they got to say.
Do you think that average men have average lives?
Do I think
Average men have average lives?
Okay, yes. I'm trying to see where you're going with
The
this.
issue is average women believe that they deserve a better than average life.
Mm.
That's a problem. Average men accept the fact that they can
True.
get an average woman. Average women believe that they deserve a better than average situation. They overly watch social media and they compare themselves. The thing about social media, and I
Okay.
think that the problem is, an emotional person having access to too many people's opinion affects them. They
Yep,
start
that's
comparing
right.
themselves to what's not going on in their life.
Right.
A lot of
100%.
men that I talk to that's having problems in their relationships is because their girl is overly watching someone else's lens too much. They sit there and, oh, such and such is on vacation and such, and because I feel like most women are in competition with each other. And I think that your Birkin bag, your Louis, I would hit it if you got a Pathmark bag if you cute. I don't care. But again, your $50, $100, $15, $2,000, $20,000 bag, it's for other women. It's not for me. It's not for a man, because I have never in my life heard a man say, yo, I got a bag or she got a Birkin bag. I ain't never heard that in my life.
I agree.
I ain't never heard a man say, yo, you see her red bottoms?
I agree.
Ooh, she heat. I ain't never heard that in my life,
I agree.
right? But again, when you sit down and have these logic, I say, why do you want those red bottoms? Because you want to compare and contrast to what's going on selectively in society, what you want.
Hey, real quick. Not to, I don't want to keep cutting in, but when he's saying that, what I would hear a lot of women saying, the responses would be, "Well, it's because I like them." That's the default answer. Or I just like nice things, right? Like, pay attention to that, fellas.
To see. Visually, you want to fit the aesthetics of the wealthy. Visually, you want to fit the aesthetics of the woman that look like she being kept. Visually, you want to look like you travel out having fun rather than enjoying what's in your household. Most people can't even enjoy their household because they're too busy watching other people's houses. That's the problem with social media.
Okay.
It gives
Okay.
uncomfortable people too much access to people. Too much.
Right.
You're not secure with yourself, and you watching everybody.
Yeah.
And that's a problem
But
within
I
itself.
said it to T before we came on, and I said I feel like a lot of men, right? I said to you, present themselves to be like they have it like that, and that's why a lot of women
Mhm.
feel like they deserve more than they deserve,
That's
right? I feel
diabolical.
like you have a lot of men out here that is like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that. And then they set that standard. I'm not saying it's right, guys. They set that standard for other men. So you have these women feeling like, well, if he did this, if Tyler did this, I'm not dating Q if he's not even doing that
And
bare
then they have a
minimum.
bum
And
baby
they feel
father.
like every man should do that.
Then you
get
have a
what I'm
bum baby
saying?
father.
Yeah. He's
Then
on
you have a
demon
bum baby
time.
father. You have a whole bum baby father, and now you create these diabolical standards.
Oh, okay. All right, real quick. There's a lot being said here. Okay. So let's break this down. So a man's came in hot, like no brakes. He just straight sliding, right? He hitting the base and standing up. He ain't even stopping. So what I'm hearing him saying is social media has brain rotted our society into thinking that our life is what it is. But to understand social media, from my perspective, to understand the way social media actually worked, we have to take it back before social media. And this is me dating myself, but remember, like, the Real World and, Jersey Shore, all of those MTV, like, reality TV shows, like, there was so many, like, it was Making the Band. That was social media before social media. That was, like, the start of it, like, the Flavor Flav, Flavor of Love, all of those things were around the eras, like, right before social media came. So what I'm saying is that people lived this life, and they had MTV Cribs, like, there was MTV is the culprit of this, like, to be honest, like, people envy the lives of like the celebrities, and then like social media is like, if you feel like a local celebrity, you feel like people care. And the issue is that most people are not living majority of the people are not living the life that they're portraying on the internet. The internet is not real life. It's not real. Nobody is posting their worst photos or pictures, although you do have people oversharing information, which is a topic for another day. But to address what he's saying, yeah, he's right. Women are in competition with other women. They like to say, "Hey, I like nice things. I do this, that, and the third. Look at what I can do. Look at what I have. Look at what I got." Not all women, but a lot of women are in competition with one another, and so they live this. They thrive off of the attention because social media is nothing but just an attention getter. It's how much time can we take up? How much, doom scrolling? And another point I want to make here as well that he's hitting on is that a lot of the time you'll see people like guys who are living this type of life and they're like, oh, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that, and blah, 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 blah. They're saying all these things. And it's like, all right, like, but you live in an apartment. Like, a lot of the times, if you look at like what wealthy people how they actually move, they don't move like the middle class. Like these are middle class topics, let's be honest, right? Like we're all middle class, we're all middle class, right? So at middle class behavior, people will overspend and buy things they really can't afford and live, but they live. You ever see like the rich people, millionaires, they just, same shirt, nice pants, nothing flashy, but we'll be putting ourselves in debt just to impress Ma, Pa, and Kettle and the next, next to kin and who's looking at my Instagram. We're here to impress other people, but what are you really living for? And then she says, as contrary, well, we have this level of expectation from men that we dated before, and she's exactly right. And this is unfortunate because this is going to come harsh to us fellas. Fellas, it is our fault. So now I have to pay the price for not showing the woman that I dated, whether it worked out or not, something different. So now you got to fix it. Now you got to clean up whatever expectations I gave her. Now she's going to expect that from every guy. And that's just the reality. So when these guys are, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for your nails, I'll pay for your hair, I'll pay for all this craziness, and it's just really simping because you're paying for the ultimately the same thing when you're not actually building anything. And then, but on the contrary, he did say, well, now you have a bum baby daddy, which is true. And ladies, this is a rhetorical question for you, but I always say, look, where is the women's intuition when it comes to choosing the father of your children? Because there's so many, it's the same story. Oh, I can't stand him. I don't want to talk to him. But weird. He's dead to me. And this, that, and the third. I was like, but he wasn't dead to you the night you conceived a child. All right. So let's not act like he didn't get the best of you. So where is into are you ignoring it? Or is it not a real thing like Santa Claus? Like what is it? Because a lot of the time women will make these mistakes and to be honest, I could have figured that guy out that it took you 6 months or 6 years. It could have took me a 10-minute conversation, a 6-minute conversation. Now I would have say, you know what? This ain't it. And you're like, well, it's just something about him. I don't know. It's like, yeah, anyway, it's a different story. But I just want to put that out there. There's a lot of like back and forth, but this guy seems like he's really, really like, hey, like he's been through some things. You could tell the way he speaks. He's very passionate about what he's speaking. He's not selling any lies, but you can tell he's been through it just by the way he speaks. Look how serious his eyes are. Buddy ain't playing.
When you was giving your most intimate prize to a loser. And that don't make sense. It don't add up. Who is the last decision maker when it comes to having a child? A man or a woman?
A woman, for sure.
Okay, so you chose to have a baby with Tyrone the bum, right? And now, when you get back in the dating world, you expect the highest valued man on the dating world to see you as super valuable when you saw yourself being intimate with a whole loser, going all the way to the extreme to have a kid with him. And then you expect him to see you as valuable. I will never tell my daughters these kind of lies. I would never tell them these lies. I'm gonna tell them be conscious because once you start getting pregnant or you start having sex, be mindful your market, your value gets touched.
He's not lying.
And don't think because you cute, it doesn't last forever.
Yep.
Reality is a man wants to make sure that something is representing him right. I want to go into a room and then when I leave, you know what I want the people to say in the room to me? I want the people to say this, Dre. Yo, you know something crazy? As soon as I dip off, his woman makes me look good. Yo, his woman make her look good. That's the conversations men have when you walk away. You know what we do when your girl walk away? Yo, he got a whole airhead. Oh, his girl is mad controlling. We gonna talk as soon as you leave amongst men. Reality is a man is a true reflection of who he chooses as a partner. The woman he
Oh, bars. He's fat. Hey, man, spitting a lot of facts. He is telling the truth. And it is a reality for a lot of women who don't want to hear this, but this is a reality. It doesn't matter how, like, when you're pretty, obviously, you have more options, but you don't have the options that you think that you have. It's just reality. Uh, women a lot of women in modern society are raised like, oh, I can make mistakes and it's okay, I can still deserve the best. And it's like, but you made these mistakes that if a man were to make those type of mistakes, you would not value him the same. And even though it's never equal and it never will be, the point is that women will have these children or a child, and then they will come back and like, hey, what's up? And it's like, what makes you think that a man of that particular caliber is going to, yeah, he's still not saying it's not dateable, like he's not going to date you, but what makes you think he's going to hold you to the same regard that he would have held you had you not made those mistakes? So this does not apply to all women. Some women are in marriages and they get divorced and things happen. We're not talking about those type of situations, but we're talking about single mothers with baby daddies who, had child out of wedlock. We're talking about those type of women who they made all these mistakes, and it's like, now you want to come to a guy like me and you want to think that we are going to take you seriously? I don't think so. I want to shout out to that Zona guy on Instagram. He had like the wife test, and it's actually perfect for this scenario. I might cut it and put him in here just to explain it, but I'll kind of explain it in short term is that the ways that men could find the wife that they're looking for, what men are asking for, which is pretty simple because men, the average man is pretty simple in what he's asking for. And he broke it down into three things, which is actually brilliant. The first was, he said, am I attracted to her? Which means, is she attractive? Or you track, that's the first initial. Men were physical creatures. We are attracted to the women that we want to date. That's just what it is. So there's always a guy who's not, but majority of us are. Okay. So that's one. Two is, can I accept her past? Again, you got baby daddies, Tyrone, who's bum baby daddy, or whoever, or you've made all these poor choices, or you've spun the block too many times and too many guys took a ride in your car, you know? Like, think about that Bentley. Oh, I want to buy that Bentley, but it's got 25 owners and it's been in two accidents. It's not the prettiest. I mean, it looks good, right? But the engine light's on when you turn the car on. It's not the car pulls to the right. It's not the same car. A guy can't take that car seriously versus a car who ain't been around the block that many times. If you get what I'm saying, and I'm not talking about cars. Okay. Three, and the most importantly, is, does this woman bring that man peace? And that means that is the hardest for a lot of women because it's like, hey, peace means, oh, being quiet. No, that's not necessarily the case. Is that, do you add a value of like, hey, not everything has to be a debate, an argument. Like, it has to be, it's my way or the highway, unrealistic expectations, not being compromising, not being understanding. All of those things are about peace. So, like, again, it goes back to my bag of like, ladies, if you're looking for good examples of peace in the household, do not reference these modern day celebrities who are loud and all of yelling, cursing, and look at the happily married women that you may know personally or that you may see in private, and I can provide examples. And now, I'm not saying you need to be like them, but look at how they carry themselves. Look at how they support their relationship because a relationship takes compromise. So you can't be like, oh, this, that. You have to be with someone where you look up to them, not look down on them, but look side to side. It's not equal. Your man has to be better than you for you to believe in him. That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. The queen never comes before the king. It's very simple. All right. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep see what they gotta say.
Brings along says volumes about him as a person. And the
Hmm.
man you sleep
That's
with
right.
says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Hands down. Hands down. If we don't want to agree with it, that means we're living in delusion. The society is this is the standards. It's not my standards, it's the rules
Mm,
that I've learned
I
to
like this
just
guy.
say it is what it is. I don't fight what society says, right? If I choose to go against it, that's on me, but most people won't. Go ahead, Tyler.
And back to what you're saying though, I agree with you. Yes, most men are posing and they're putting up as like, they're looking more rich than what they are, but we really have no choice to these days. If every single standard on
Whoa.
social media and every woman is like,
We
you
have
gotta
no
have this, you
choice.
gotta have that, you gotta have that, I have to
Nah,
pull up
that's
to you with something. Maybe it's not a
nah.
flashy
I pull
car.
up poor.
Nah. Time out, time out. You wildin', bro. Buddy, no, you wildin'. I got to pull up with something. See, this is the problem. My brother, you are grossly misinformed. You do not need to pull up with something. Because if that's the type of woman you're attracting, they're not attracted to you. They're attracted to what you can do, for, what they can do for you. Which, sorry, they're attracted to what you can do for them. They're not actually attracted to you. Yes, women want to know that you can be a provider, you're a protector, all that good stuff. But if you're pulling up with flashiness and hey, I could do this or what I could do for you, then don't be surprised if you have not non-wifeable behavior. She's spoiled, self-centered, selfish, doesn't listen, don't actually love you for real, will leave you if you go broke and times get hard. She's not a ride or die. Like, don't be surprised because that's not the type of woman that you were asking for. Oh, I gotta come up with my best. No, you don't. I would rather someone appreciate you for who you are and your confidence, who you are as a man, and believe in your vision, than be out here with the tangibles, with the intangibles. Like, oh, check me out. I got this nice car. I dress nice. Yes, you want to dress nice, right? But you want to dress for the part that you have, and the part that you want, not for the part that you have. So seeing all these things, seeing this is the new generation saying stuff like this, well, we kind of don't have a choice. That's the problem. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You do not have to settle for what society is telling you is the type of woman that you want to be with. That is unacceptable to say that. Nah, you got to straighten that one out, homeboy.
Or
I pull up like I ain't got nothing.
But I disagree. I think for a female to
I
think
like
like
dudes.
that, there was a man who made her feel like that.
No.
And I'm not saying it's
Social
right.
media coulda did it too.
I'm not,
Media.
but social, whatever it is, it's a man who did it on social media where she posted
But
it.
it's
Where
all perception.
another woman. It's not just perception. I'm saying to you again, guys. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that for a woman to feel like that, I told you guys a couple like 3-4 episodes ago, and someone on here told me that I was lying. I don't know why would I want to lie,
that's
because it
your
wasn't
story.
about me. I had a friend who she went on a date. She met a guy at a club. They lost touch for like a month or two. He hit her back up. Hey, what's up? They met up for a date. He took her to the Salt God restaurant in the city, spent over $1,000 on their very first date, very first meal. She didn't know. She didn't know what he planned the date. The second date, he took her to shopping. He took her to get her a brand new Chanel bag and a Lady Dior bag. He spent $15,000 on her for their second date. This is the third time that this man was seeing her. He did that. She took that and started saying, if I could get that, I'm not dating this.
So he created
I'm
a
not
gold
dating.
digger.
But what I'm
Yeah, he
saying
created a
is you
gold
have a
digger.
lot of men
I
that
don't
do
know if
that
he created
also.
a
It's
I
not
could
just
agree.
women out here searching for gold.
Yeah, yo. Sorry to keep going. So yeah. He didn't create a gold digger. He unleashed one. If it wasn't that, it was going to be something else. She always liked those types of things. She just didn't know she had the possibility of getting it. This is not her fault, fellas. This is our fault for promoting this type of behavior. Any type of man who's taking a woman on $1,000 dinner and then spending $15,000, celebrities don't even do stuff like that. Like that is simp behavior and it's unacceptable. We cannot be moving like that because now you got a head up in the clouds. She's above cloud 9. She on cloud 10, and you over here talking about oh yeah, and then she can't date the guy who works a regular job because he can't provide that stuff. He not taking me to a 5-star meal. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And that's where the headaches come. So, fellas, again, like I said earlier, that the next guy has to clean up for the mistakes that the last guy didn't even understand that he made.
You have men out here that may present themselves like this is who I am, this
But-
is what
but you
I
know
do.
the guys that do that?
And then you got women who feel like, okay, well, if I could get him, why I want to date you?
But you know the guys that do that?
So it goes both
Super lame.
ways.
They're
Yeah,
lame.
facts.
Any man, to me, any man that leads with his resources is lame.
Facts.
But a lot of women do that, Q, and you
But,
know
but
that.
just so you know that any
You
man
know
that leads with their resources is lame. Shay, you know me personally, right?
Simps.
Right? Do you know me or not personally? Do I lead with my resources? I act like I ain't got nothing.
Don't make yourself the standard.
I don't. But I'm just saying, I'm just telling you something.
Why you
When a
can't make
man
himself
leads with
stand?
his resources, it says a whole level of insecurity. It's the same way a woman leading with her body.
Right.
Facts.
That means she's a bozo. All you leading is with your vagina and your body, not your brain and who you are as a person. That means she's a bozo too.
But don't you feel like most men do that? Because
'Cause
you
they're
said that's just what
bozos.
it is. I think most men
The guys
would
that do it, they're
lead with their
bozos.
finances.
Because
Nah,
they
that's
scared
not
that they're
facts.
not going to be able to receive the woman that they're interested in. But again, when you
afraid
are
to take
who
a
you
loss.
are and don't pretend to be who you aren't, you're more inclined to get something that's really for you.
Facts.
But if you keep presenting something that you really aren't or you don't plan on maintaining, I don't blame a woman that expects to go out to eat on a regular when you started doing all of these things.
Right.
I don't blame her. I
It's
blame
not
the
her fault.
man
Never the
for
woman's
presenting a
fault.
lifestyle that he couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
I blame him.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm comfortable saying, yo, let's go for a coffee date.
This guy
Right.
gets it.
But I think that's what we should
Gotta get some.
normalize. I think that we spoke about this before. We should normalize
Not,
first dates
most
not
guys do not.
being
Yeah.
this extravagant,
Y'all the
over the
ones with them
top.
lists.
Stop saying y'all.
No,
Stop
women
saying
created
y'all.
this whole
I
list.
think
To
I
get
think
triggered.
Get that
that
list up, please.
I
What
think
restaurants you
that
can't go to? That's not
no,
us.
but whoever is doing that is crazy. I think
But the
that
girls go for it and eat it up.
Q, okay, but I'm saying to you, let's change that. I think that it's too normalized where it's like when you go on a first date, you need to be spending $500, $600, $800. I don't think that's a thing. What's wrong with you getting to know somebody over coffee? What's wrong with you getting to know somebody over, I don't know, let's go for a walk. Let's go watch a movie. Like that was back in my day. Like
I
we
agree.
were going on the first date. Like Red Lobster was crazy. Like, oh, we going to Red Lobster? That's wild.
I'm scared.
Now
I'm,
it's like
I'm scared of
you
society
can't,
now, though.
you can't do that anymore. Like you
No, but you know, I'm scared though. I'm scared that these girls, a man is judged by what he has, right? Would you agree?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler, if a man is judged by what he don't have, let me get that. When a man is judged by what he don't have, right? He's judged. I'm gonna read this
Oh,
laundry
is this
list.
the places you cannot go?
Yes.
Here's
I'll
a
let you
list
read
of
it.
places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date.
Women.
On the first date too, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list.
We don't care about that. Go ahead.
I mean, can I read what I'm
No, we
reading?
just want the
You're being very
restaurants.
disrespectful. You're interrupting me as I'm speaking.
Come on, Shay. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Cheesecake Factory. I love Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's. I worked there. Don't play Applebee's. The 2 for $20 is lit.
So we got Cheesecake Factory,
Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's. Chili's.
Chili's,
Chipotle.
Chipotle,
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden,
The movies.
movies.
Your house. That's a no. We're not going to the crib on the first date. No.
Yeah, I
No.
agree with the house.
Any fast food chain. I mean, that's a
fast
little
food chain.
tacky. Like, are you going to McDonald's on the first date?
Yeah, that's
Come
crazy.
Keep going.
on.
Keep going.
No. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wingstop. Red Lobster. A buffet. IHOP. Denny's. The gym. Church. Starbucks. Coffee
Church?
dates. Ice
No.
cream dates. Family functions. Family functions on a first date is wild because you kind of,
that's wild.
it's a little crazy introducing me to your whole family
I
on the
agree.
first
Yeah, I
date.
agree. That's weird.
That's a
with
bit
that.
crazy.
That's
I'll be
crazy.
scared.
Movie night, I'm with that. Somewhere that requires a long drive. That could be a little question. Where we going?
Yeah.
First date, long drive. Like where we
Yeah,
going,
it's a
bro?
little weird.
Like you taking me to Florida for the first date is wild. Bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar. I mean, what if she don't smoke? Hookah bar, like I got
All I'm
asthma. Don't
saying
take me to
is-
hookah bar.
All right, real quick, just to kind of recap here. Any woman who got a list like that, get rid of her. She's not the one. Trust me. Like if she's that picky and that concerned, then she's always gonna be like that. You gotta understand the red flags and when to walk away from them. This is not. If you got to go to a restaurant that's over 150, $200, or just what is that's expensive, and she don't appreciate anywhere that you take her, she's not the one for you, homie. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just give the game, okay? So when it comes to stuff like that, just be cautious, fellas. Like she said, hell, most men leave with their finances. It's not true either. If I wanted a woman for my finances, then I would say, oh look, I have this, I have that. That's not important because how you got her is how you got to keep her because it's how you maintain her. So if you start off the dates with high expectations and you're spending all this money, you always gonna have to do that to keep her. She's gonna expect it every time. So you have to keep that in mind, fellas. Like there's nothing wrong with going to a nice restaurant here and there, on special occasions, or maybe just on the off chance you got some extra money in your pocket. But to make that the gold standard as to what you're doing in that relationship, you're setting the bar too high and it's unaffordable. It's not realistic, especially in today's economy. Like people can barely afford gas in their cars. And you're gonna sit here and spend $600 on food. You still got credit card debt. Like what we talking about? Like you need to put your finances in the right space. Like we're living beyond our means. People, paying six, seven hundred thousands of dollars for this and they living in apartments. It's like you don't even have a garage, but you got a charger. Like priorities need to be made here. Okay. This list is insane. Any woman who has a long list of things is not ready to be dating. She's not serious, and she's influenced by her fantastic four friends. These are women that you have fun with and you release back into the streets. You do not take these women seriously. Stop laying down with these women, having children with these women, wifing these women, because then they have entitlements issues, and the only person's fault it is yours, fellas. Do not wife the wrong women. And we're gonna go over what's hot and what's not, what's right, what's all right. We're not gonna sit here and act like one size fits all. But I'm here to show you and at least give you some pointers as to hey, this is these are the indicators that are leading you down and going to lead you astray to a landfill of agony. Okay. So keep that in mind, fellas. Let's finish up. Looks like they're almost done.
A
Five
bar for
star,
just
five
drinks,
star, five
Waffle
star, and
Waffle
five
House,
star.
Yes, all these
sports
lists are
events.
crazy.
I don't know. I think most of this list would be
So,
good.
but you know, but you
Even the playoffs.
No, I'm saying that's
no,
good. No,
but
I'm saying
you know the
that's
issue with
good,
that
but
list, and the truth of the matter, that issue with that list is, now when a man makes an investment, a lot of times they expecting a return or ROI on their investment, return on the investment. So you have a man who's going to spend $500 going out with you. Chances are he's going to expect what's between them legs. Right?
Facts.
Because you just
Nothing's free.
presented yourself as a whole prostitute.
Yep.
So therefore he sees you as a prostitute because of how you presented the situation. You believe that you deserve a high end restaurant. He believe he deserves some high end vagina. Damn.
agreed.
Facts.
I agreed. You should.
Ain't nothing free, baby. This is facts. Yeah, so just to kind of, wrap up here, fellas, you just gotta be cautious when it comes to these type of women, these type of situations, because men can get in these quicksands and you don't even realize you're in so deep until you're almost, underwater, deep in the sand. So don't get lost in the sauce. When it comes down to it, you have so many examples of us men making the same mistakes and looking for the wrong type of women or trying to force it with the wrong type of women. It's never that difficult. I was just telling my boy earlier at the barbershop, I was like, hey, it really comes down to is confidence. Find you a woman that appreciates your confidence. That women want someone who's going to give them something to think about. Let's say a woman's attractive. She's got 30 to 50 guys trying to talk to her every day. Good morning, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Every time she posts a story, everywhere she goes, cat calls. Hey, what's up, ma? Blah, blah, blah. Let me get your number. Let me take you out. Right. So if you go to her and say to her, hey, can you want to go to the movies this weekend? You sound just like the other 48 guys who said the same thing to her earlier today. Do you want to know how you make yourself different? You be intentional. If you really know the girl, let's say you just met her and you're just getting to know her and y'all have some sort of a rapport and you want to say, okay, look, be ready on Friday. I want to take you out to this new restaurant or I want to go see this new movie. I know you like these type of movies. Meet me at matter of fact, I'll come pick you up at 7:30. Let her tell you, hey, I'm not available, or let her tell you, yeah, that works. But give her something, give her a mission to look forward to. Women love being direct in direction, not being controlling, but more so on the direct, like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick you up at this time. We're going to be ready here and be intentional. Pay attention. What's her favorite color? What does she like? If you really like it, that's what it's about, right? Like, what's old school courtship here? This is a new game. All these other kids be scrolling through their phone. What's the favorite color? I ask God, what's the favorite? You don't even, if you don't know what she likes and what she's into, you're not paying attention. You just mesmerized by how she looks, or you're not serious about her. So if you really want to get with the shorty, you think she's pretty, you think she's fine, you really got to put yourself in the position to win. Let her know that you were paying attention. Let her know that you mean business. Hey, instead of saying, "Can we go for coffee?" Say, "Hey, I have this coffee spot down here downtown. I want to check out with you. Meet me over here on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock." Allow her to say, "Oh, really? Okay, 8 o'clock. You got this planned out, huh?" Oh yeah, look, I'm making reservations for this. Be ready on Thursday, blah blah blah. Like give them some sort of, not saying, hey, you're gonna do this, but hey, give them like some sort of clear mission and they'll be like, oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, let them tell you, hey, I'm not available Saturday. Okay, well, let's do Sunday. Sunday works. Okay, good. I'll make reservations. I'll come pick you up at 8. Like give them something to look forward to where he's like, oh, he talked to me different. But don't seem desperate. If she says no, then take your ball and go home because we get rejected all the time, fellas. Don't take it as, oh, just sharpen your tools and go try again somewhere else. But these are the things we strayed away from as a society because social media has fictitiously led us to believe that people live these lives that they're not living. Nobody's living the life they say they are. Trust me, people are struggling just like you are. And always remember, none of us have it more figured out than anybody else. Some of us are just a little better at hiding it than others. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Uh, I'm I'm your host here. Quotables out. And until next time, peace.